Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your April 2016 General Tarot Card Read. Dee here, and with me is my dear friend, Lucy.
Hello.
So first off, we'd like to apologize for not doing March 2016. Unfortunately, Lucy was hospitalized, and I had some emergencies with my family, so March was pretty much a wash, unfortunately, and that kind of fell out everywhere with in pretty much every aspect of our life. So that being said, we're back, and we have a read for you. We've been doing 5 cards for everybody, but for some reason we were told to pull an extra one for you. Well, at least I was. Lucy loves when I tell her that. But there's usually a reason, and there's definitely a reason when it comes to this, so keep that in mind. So we pulled 6 cards for you for this month. We also have the main card that we pulled from your year 2016 for the month of April. And usually I have Lucy go first, but unfortunately it's going to have to be me this time because of the way that the cards fall and the way that I was told to do stuff. So we're going to start like that, and then I'll do my read, Lucy will do her read, and then we'll do a read together with the cards combined to just give you guys different reads, because with this being in general, we don't always get to have a very specific. Okay, so for the month I pulled the Empress. Now the Empress is about birth. The Empress is about new beginnings, motherly things, very earthy, very, she's the one that's the counterpart to the Emperor. She's the one that the other queens come to when they need help and support. And for this month, I feel that a lot of you need to embody the Empress, to be able to be quiet and still and listen to the people that are around you, to be motherly to those that are around you too, and to yourself. I think it's very important, especially with the changes that are coming up your way with this month. So I'm going to stop for just a second. I forgot to say, your colors for the month are blue and white, and evident by the candles that we put up. Also, your word is going to be movement. This is your word for this month. It's all about movement. Okay. So the first card I pulled was the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is about emotional stability. It's about heartfelt fulfillment. And at the beginning of the month, you're going to feel this way. You're going to have all your emotions in a good place. You'll be fulfilled, and there's going to be a lot of good things coming your way. But right after, you're going to have a little bit of a shift, and it goes into the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about discontent. It's almost like an apathy, a lethargy, a boredom. It's almost like you've shifted from a positive thinking to a negative, and that's all you see. So be aware of that this month, and don't let the things in your life overwhelm you to where you just get bored and you just say, you're focusing on the negative and not the positive. Then I got the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about decisions. It's making space for ideas to take hold. You're preparing for something and you're getting ready. And usually this is like a pathway and a choice of a pathway. But again, this month is all about movement, and I keep seeing movement. So you're preparing for some movement in your life, and you need to take the time to fly above the situation, just like this hawk is doing, and look at the situation from above, and get a different perspective so that you're able to make the forward movement that you need to make. The next card that I pulled is the Emperor. Now this is where the readings kind of splits off. Sorry guys. It's how it goes. So you have some decisions that you need to make. And when you make these decisions, you need to put structure around this, and you need to set your boundaries in your life. And I really feel that this has to do with family. There's going to be, and actually for work, for some people it's family, for some people it's work.
Whatever the boundaries need to be, they need to be set.
Yes, these boundaries need to be set and in play, because you've got to prepare for arrival in some situations that are happening. And then this is where it becomes interesting too, because this is preparing for an arrival. And I think that there's going to be somebody that's going to have a love interest come in their life, and he's going to be very much like the Emperor. He's going to be an authority figure. He might be somebody that you know. He might be, I even get like maybe police or somebody that's in kind of a position of authority. Maybe a boss. But there's going to become a love interest out of this. So be prepared for it, but set your boundaries. You need to be ready, because this person's kind of bright and big and can be very overwhelming. And especially with us as Scorpios, we have to be careful, because us being water signs, we can be totally extinct. We can
Take over kind of
yeah,
guy.
have people take us over, and we don't want to do that. So be prepared for this person, whoever he is, for whoever this is, and realize that he's coming your way.
Or she's coming your way. I'm taking
Yeah, I think for this one it's a man.
Okay.
Yeah. So for the next one is the Knight of Pentacles. It talks about caution. It's talking about moving in a way to understand the complete situation. So you are going to have big decisions that you're going to need to make this month, and you need to move away from the situation and look at things in a different perspective, like we said before with the Two of Wands, and set your boundaries, because you're going to be moving. There's going to be movement, whether it's a physical move or whether it's a move in a job, or if it's going to be a movement in your love life where you're actually seeing something happen. So be prepared for this. And because it's a Knight of Pentacles, it also has to deal with money. So for some of you, the structure and authority might have to do with money situation. So you need to be prepared for things changing maybe in your finances. And I don't see it as a bad thing.
Resources,
Yeah.
utilities,
Yeah.
whatever.
So again, it's all about movement. This month is all about movement. Then the last card, it was funny because it literally jumped out of the deck at me, and I was supposed to pull it, and I put it back, and then I was told to get it again. So this is the Devil. And when I look at it in the spread, I feel that you could go one way or the other. And one of it could be kind of a vice thing for you, where you might get your finances under control and then you might decide to go ahead and get spendy, which is not a good thing. Or this person that's coming into your life could push you to areas that you may not like. Maybe an addiction that you've had in the past. Maybe this person has the same addiction, or maybe you're feeling like something is like that from the past, so that it's taking you over and bringing out this dark side in you. But this is the only, well, this and the Emperor are the only major cards, and the Empress. The rest can be changed, I truly believe, because they're minor cards. But just be prepared. There's the Devil has a lot to do with outer change being required. Don't let other people control you. So
if you moderate the situation, you moderate the outcome.
right. So I think this is just more of a warning than it is an actual foreboding of things to come. But be aware of what's going around you. Set yourself some boundaries. And then I keep seeing the Emperor and the Empress. It's rare that I pull both of them at the same time. So
stay true to you. It's in everything. Stay true to yourself in your decisions. Be kind. You'll thank yourself later on, because you'll be able to live with your decisions then. Not say, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that. That was really cruel.
And there's also going to be a relationship, a man and a woman. There's going to be some changes in your life when it comes to finances. Actually, it looks like it's a good thing with finances, because you guys are in control as the Emperor and the Empress. And don't let the Devil take over and overspend. You need to prepare yourself and be more frugal this time. Okay? All right, that's it for my spread. Now I'm going to let Lucy talk.
Okay, we're starting off with the Five of Wands from April of 2016. This is about competition, sparring. You can see it as an opportunity for growth and help others grow in their abilities too. Just play by the rules. You be fair. Hopefully they'll be fair with you. This next card is Death. Now this is not literal death. This card deals more with spirituality, to my way of thinking. It can be an ego death. It can be, a growth of your spiritual strength. You move through to, you have to move to pass through this, okay?
Can I say something else too?
Yeah.
Death is a Scorpio card. Did you know
Well,
that?
but you have to face your fears, your beliefs, even behavior. Admit your errors in thought and practice to change basically your inner conscience, your inner self, to grow and mature as a person. And it's better a clean break than stagnation. Stagnation brings increased pain for a longer period of time than just admitting, yes, I was wrong here. I've hurt myself, I've hurt others. I admit it. It's time to change.
Okay.
That's the clean break. Next we have the Page of Wands, which is young energy. This is all about new experiences, or it's about a message for your career or a project that you're working on. This says even though it's young energy and it's an experience, you're ready. You've prepared yourself for the actions that you need to take. So let your thoughts lead to those actions. But a caution here is don't jump in unless you're ready, okay? Check with yourself. And we have the Knight of Wands, which is swift energy. There's a lot of energy in this month. The Knight there is confident, he's percival, he's rested, he's ready to go. He's ready for action there. You don't see hesitation in this Knight. You see sitting straight, sitting tall, confidence in his demeanor. So like I said, he's ready for action. So if it doesn't come to him, he'll go out and find it. A caution there is don't be reckless in your confidence and in your abilities. Now the Page of Cups, the messages here, if it is messages, is about romance, creativity, artistic projects. It's about charged emotional situations. This is also very young energy, and it could mean that you're in the midst of a new experience, something you've not dealt with before. So if advice comes to you, take it in the well-meaning way it was given and think about it, okay? Now the Ten of Wands, here he is weary, but he's almost done with his task. So this card says push through. This card says finish what you've started. The end of a cycle is near. And with the end, there's always a new beginning. And the Seven of Cups is all about making decisions, about discerning the illusionary choices from the real and positive choices that you can make for change in your life to strengthen yourself, your family, whatever situation this is about. It's usually indicating of emotional situation, but you can be emotional about your art. You can be emotional about your music. You can be emotional about your home and your family, or about a sunset. It's all in the situation. It's all inside you. So be wary of the illusions. Go for the real thing.
So you have death at the beginning of the month and then choices at the end of the month.
Yes.
With a lot of energy in between.
With a lot of energy in between, and
it's
even,
movement.
Yeah.
It's just moving. You're moving all the time.
Things you must take into consideration, things you have to look at. Whether you're afraid of it or not, you have to face it. It has to be faced. You put it back and it's just going to come up later.
Okay, now we're going to do the combined read, and feel free to jump in anytime, Lucy, if you see something when we're doing. So originally when we did this, we talked about how that you need to embody the Empress for the month, especially when there's fighting and squabbles around you. You need to be cool and calm. You need to listen, but you need to be mothering to those around you, and keep that in mind, especially with this month. This particular read has a lot to do with family and love.
Yeah, naughty, naughty, play by the rules now.
Do it right. So she's going to tell him that. So these are very interesting because the Ten of Cups is the end of the cup cycle, which is about your emotions and love and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about fulfillment and having that emotional satisfaction. But then you have death right after it. And I think that there's going to be some changes in your love life. There's going to be some changes in your family life, to where that some stuff that's no longer served you is going to go. But it's, even though this is here, this is there too. And you need to focus on the good. And again, I'm not trying to be...
Yeah, well, like the Death card says, To move on, you must pass through.
Right. And you're coming to an end of a cycle and beginning another one for you this month. This is, again, it's all about movement. Then I think that for some of you, because of that, you're going to feel really discontent and unhappy with your life and how things are going. But you're going to be getting a message here real soon, and it's going to be having to do with your work and your creativity. And it's going to be a good thing. It's going to helpfully take you out of this apathetical boredom and discontent that you're in because of the changes at the beginning of the month.
The down after the change. Yeah, it's usually that happens. A little, all this high emotion, this high energy, and then all of a sudden it's just drained.
So you're going to have some good news coming to you about your work, even though some things are not feeling right when it comes to your family life or your love life or whatever. Realize you're going to be getting that. It's going to help spark your creativity. Because of the news that you're receiving, you're going to have to come to a decision when it comes to your work atmosphere. Again, now the Two of Wands in this, when you read it with the Knight of Wands, it talks about making a choice and moving down one path or another. And the Knight of Wands is that energy to give you that push to decide what you're going to do. And I really, again, I feel that it has to do with your creativity process and with your job situation or your career situation. You're going to have to make a decision in the middle of the month that has to do with a career change or with a path that you need to go in your career. And you're going to have the energy and push to get through. And that'll be your focus for a little bit. Then have the Emperor and the Page of Cups together. And of course, the Page of Cups, like she said, is a message usually of love. And the Emperor is about your boundaries and stuff. Again, I really feel that there's somebody that's going to have an Emperor. Now, this one, I feel it could be a man or a woman come into their life. They're going to have somebody that's in a position of authority or somebody who's authoritative in their manner. Come appear in their life, and there's going to be messages. I feel that there's going to be a lot of communication between the two of you, whether it be through emails or phone calls or just spending time with each other. There's going to be a lot of back and forth between you two. So be aware of that too. Then at the end, or close to the end, you got another one too. You're going to feel burdened by everything going on with your work and with your family and everything. But again, you've got movement coming to you in the form of the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to be able to move in a way that you're able to understand the complete situation. So, I almost see it like this. Keep that in mind. Even though you may feel overwhelmed, there's going to be a break for you. There's going to be some messages and some extra energy coming your way that of a financial nature even that will help you with your process at work and help you with your job.
You need to finish what you started.
Right, right. And then this is where, again, I'm going to see it like this. So you've got some decisions you're going to have to make of an emotional nature toward the end of the month. And I think that part of that energy has to do with the changes at the beginning of the month and then the new person in the middle of the month or the person that's in a position of authority that maybe you're having a relationship with. You're going to have to make some decisions. And the devil is there to caution you to not make decisions that are hasty, to not make decisions that are self-serving and of an addictive nature. Do not sit there and say, oh, well, this and this is going on. I'm going to go eat myself sick. Or this and this is going on. I'm going to go have a drink. Or this and this is going on. I'm going to go take that smoke, you know. Don't do that. You need to rise above the situation, take your time and make your decisions, and do the movement that's going on.
Right.
Okay. And then for one of your oracle cards, I got the Hand of Fate. It talks about forces beyond your control or intervening. And you do have somebody looking out for you guys. And I mean, other than, of course, God, but that for some of you, you're going to really feel that either lucky or you're going to feel like this is just kind of a weird situation. So be aware of that this month. Just kind of be thankful for what you have and be thankful for the help that you're receiving. Okay. Sorry about that. Lucy was kind of having a coughing and we worked that out for us here. So I'm going to have Lucy read about the next card, which is your oracle card. And it's called Movement.
This is a time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your house or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form, and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts, and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear, sorry. Let it go and move forward.
And again, for some of you, it's going to feel just magical. You're going to have that forces helping you out as you move forward. So, wow.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff going on this month for you guys.
Absolutely.
So if you like what you've heard, go ahead and hit the like button and let us know what you think about this. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them down here. Also, as kind of a way of apology, or I don't know, we're supposed to do this, but in the middle of the month, we're going to be doing one free read per each sign. And what we'll have you do is I'll make a small little video and announce it. And then the first person of the Scorpio nature that we get an email from will get a free read. We probably will do these online. I don't know if we'll make them private unless it's of a really private nature, the questions that you have, and then we'll decide what we're doing at that time too. But we will do a read for you for free.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't send us an email yet, but just so you know that we will be doing that. Go that way too. So, all right, Scorpio, a lot of movement. Wear your power colors, which are white and blue for you this month. Just be ready to move. It's a good thing, and don't let your vices overwhelm you. And don't be apathetical. Look at the positive things that are going on in your life. And yes, there's going to be some big changes in your life, but it's going to be good. It's always going to be forward motion. You don't want to be stagnant.
It's always the gift. It's how you use it. It's always a gift.
So in the meantime, walk in light, peace, and love, and we'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye.